people, if your ears are still hurting from listening to their chants. Alright, you go up first. Eloise, do you want to give a speech? And then next from you, Kurt.
Exposed. Okay, and I think that's a fairly reasonable expectation. And when that doesn't happen, when a woman goes into the changing room and sees a naked man in there, that should be investigated. And that is what the sports part are refusing to do. That's all we're asking. Just investigate why that person was in there. And they won't even do it. I think people are a little bit confused about why we're here, because I'm seeing Palestine flags, I'm seeing signs about racism, I'm seeing signs about refugees. But we are here because women deserve to feel safe in women's spaces. We're here to talk about female-only changing rooms, female-only toilets. These are spaces where women are actually going to be vulnerable. And so we need to be surrounded by people against whom we can defend ourselves. I cannot defend myself against most men. And I am strong, I am athletic, I do kickboxing classes, and yet if any man standing around here today tries to take me down, he'd have a pretty good shot at it. So I'm not going to want to get chased around any of them, am I? Women need to trust that when they go into a female space, they will be surrounded by only XX females. Sorry, I'm just going to put my bag. And people are afraid to say this. The reason it's not being investigated is because of fear that it might be discrimination. People are afraid to say that women are XX chromosomes and that is who we need to be around in our changing rooms. In fact, to be honest, I'm a little bit scared today. You probably can't tell because I do this like once a month, but I'm a little bit scared because people are going to look at what I'm saying and they're going to stick all of these labels on me because I want to be a woman in a women's changing room surrounded by only women. And that's honestly all we're here for. All of this nonsense on the signs has nothing to do with why we're here. They're getting overexcited about absolutely nothing. We're just here to talk about women's rights. Women's rights, women's safety, women's privacy.
He's checking everyone, he's off security. He's alright.
So just to tell you one more time, I am a woman, and when I go into the women's changing rooms, I expect to only be around women like myself. Thank you.
Who's next? Nick, teleport.
Right, Norwich. How we doing, guys? Hang on a second. Right. Okay. Just a quick show of hands. There's about 30 people around me right now. Everyone's terrified of getting cancelled. I understand what fear does to you. Can I get a quick show of hands? Who thinks that men belong in female safe spaces? If you think that men belong in... Oh, that's not very nice. At your age, you would have learned some manners, no? Put your hand up if you think that men belong in female safe spaces. Open question, it's not loaded. 30, 40 people are listening to me give my little speech. I've driven 4 hours to give. If you think that men belong anywhere near female safe spaces, put your hand up. So either you're working for the mob, or you're too afraid, or you agree with me. So if I can come this far today and win the hearts and minds of 30 people, then my bit for today is done. Because what's required up and down the country by concerned citizens, by British patriots, by concerned families, mothers and fathers, is to find the strength in unity, in numbers, in solidarity, to stand up against the evil that we face in Britain. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what that evil looks like. It's very important we understand what we're up against. And before I go on, you see the little signs waving down there? You know the one that says refugees welcome here? You see their little boards? Can you see that it says Socialist Worker Party, guys? Who knows about the Socialist Worker Party and where they get their money from? The biggest expose in my career is going to happen when those trade union members work out where their trade union money is going to. It's going to the far left in Britain. My name is Nick Tenkody, and I am the leader of the UK Independence Party. And I am going to be the voice of the working class. I am going to be the voice of concerned citizens, of British patriots, of the Christian community, and all law-abiding, common-sense folk. Those signs, everything to do with the far-left mob in Britain, is facilitated by the Socialist Worker Party. They bus people in to form a mob. I asked who agrees that men should be anywhere near female safe spaces. No one put their hand up. That mob right now is running about 3 different campaigns. One is that we should have open borders. 2 is free Palestine. And 3, that refugees, it doesn't matter the cost, are welcome in Britain. Then they call you a fascist, a Nazi, a bigot and a racist. But we've come together today to talk about protecting the most vulnerable and innocent within society. Now as I walked in, I heard that they were glorifying the radical trans lobby and that trade union money is inclusive. Sooner enough, all those sensible people who work for trade unions are going to work out where their funding is going. And one by one, they're going to cancel their membership. That's how it works. They're going to cancel their membership because they've worked out that it's funding the far left in Britain.
My family were migrants. Some of my family were French Huguenots who were thrown out of France.
No one cares about your sob story. We're all 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th generation immigrants. No one's talking about that.
By the Gladstone government.
No one's talking about that. We are here to talk about and to raise the issue of having female safe spaces. So this is why it's so important that everybody here understands that if you stand up for women within society, that does not make you a racist. That does not make you a bigot. That does not make you a Nazi. That does not make you a fascist in any way, shape or form. We are here to talk about protecting women, protecting girls and their safe spaces. and we get called racist for that. Now I want to tell you a story. It's so important. The reason why they want to call you a racist, the reason why they want to call you a Nazi, is to defame you. It is to destabilise you. They issue psychological warfare to cripple you. That's what Nazis do. That's what the far left do. They label you a racist, a bigot, a Nazi, a fascist, to silence you, to shut you up. Let's have a listen to them, guys. Can everyone have a listen now?
I know.
Did you hear that? Nazi scum off our streets, because we've come together to protect and stand up for the most vulnerable within society, women. How can anybody object to that? What kind of mentality? What kind of disorder? What kind of madness? What kind of insecurity? What kind of infection must you have inside of you to object to what we've come here to talk about? The left always score their own goal. They always set their own trap. We come in unity to protect women and girls and safe spaces. And they scream Nazi. The British public needs to see this. The British public needs to understand this. They need to understand the far left totalitarian propaganda. Notice that they've hacked the Bluetooth on the speaker. Notice they've hacked the speaker because they want to silence me. They want me to quieten down. They don't want me to stand up for women. They don't want me to stand up for the most innocent and vulnerable within society. Ladies and gentlemen, the far left mob in Britain.
How happy am I?
There is no way that I would restrict someone's right to speak.
I love my city!
There is no way I would remove someone's right to freedom of speech. It's not something that I would do. I would want to have a conversation. I would want to debate with them, for example.
They call me a traitor, but you know what?
Let's have a listen, guys. Listen to the argument.
You know what? We pay our taxes in this country. We work in the NHS. Teachers. We work in the care system. We look
Have a
after.
listen.
You call us traitors, make me laugh.
You're talking about actual discussion now.
You know, it's really interesting. My skin crawled.
Have a listen, guys. Listen to
The
them.
day we're coming in, Primark. Anyone know their history will know that Primark was the original edition of the first synagogue.
No one cares about Primark. Have a listen, guys. I'll put my speech on hold. Listen, he's talking about Primark. We're talking about women's safe spaces and protecting the most vulnerable within society, and he's talking about Primark. Talking about Primark. Oh, man.
Women, anyone
Do my job for me.
in the creed of hate. That's how it starts. They
So,
turn off.
apparently, protecting women's safe spaces is hatred.
Trans people.
Apparently, it's hatred.
And if we can peel them off, and then we can peel others.
Now, I want to tell you a story about what happened to me this week.
It will be the beginning, and we know that. That's why we're here. You know, one of the things
1 second, guys.
over the last, well, many years, to triangulate on hate. You can't triangulate on hate. And we hold the place.
So, our job is now being made harder because they want to silence us. So I'm going to ask everyone to bear with me and try and zone in on what I'm saying and don't let that interfere.
ultimately,
This week, I was giving a speech in the south of England. I was in a town standing up for local citizens who do not want illegal immigrants being housed at the taxpayer expense. Now, we're not here to talk about that today, but those citizens have a right to be concerned for their wives, their daughters, their girlfriends, and their mothers. They had every right to speak out about illegal immigration in the UK. There are 2 migrant hotels in that town. I went to give a speech in solidarity to give them a voice and to inspire bravery and to remind everyone of their duty to stand up against two-tier policing, against corrupt government laws. In the neighbouring town, ladies and gentlemen, in the neighbouring town, the far left turned up to silence a group of patriots who had arrived. This was in Aldershot, the home of the British Army. I turned up on the scene to 30, 40 young British patriots who were being shouted down by the mob. I took myself and 2 associates to the front line of the mob, and I stood there and I shouted with these people. I said, communist scum off our streets. I told them they are the fascists. I stood up for the group of British youth, the patriotic youth. Do you know what happened to me the next day on social media? Those people that know me decided to come for me and say that I was grooming them. I wasn't even there for the protest. It wasn't my protest. I turned up to say to them, you have no right to speak to these people who have legitimate concerns. That is why we run the Enough is Enough campaign. I stood up for those people and they shouted the same thing back at us. We don't want the folks coming to Britain and they called us fascists. They called us Nazis. This is the exact same thing that we are seeing here. We come together to say that women's spaces should remain safe and men should not be allowed in those spaces. And we get called fascists. Thank you, Norwich. The fascists now! Fight the fascists now! You can't write the timing of that. Thank you, guys. That landed perfectly. Fight the fascists now! Hold on! Fight the fascists now! Please. Fight the fascists now! Right, so what's happening is, they are inciting violence by shouting, fight the fascists! I want to see them arrested for incitement to violence. If I did that, the protest in a prison cell! Arrest them now! They are incitement to violence!
Right, all mums, dads and children on this way. Come out the way from them. We are here to protect our children. Is it true? No? We're not here to protect our children.
Hold it closer.
Hold it closer?
Yeah, hold it closer,
Right.
louder.
Ignore that. We are mums.
Okay, we've got one more speaker coming up. Andrea, from...
Ignore all that. We are mums.
Just in general.
And I totally get it. I'm a nana. Yeah, we're not here for that. I don't want this to turn into this massive political argument. I just want to realise, everyone to realise we're mums, dads, and nanas, everything. So we should stand together. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? Is there? Come on, ask the public. Look at yourselves, your mums, dads, grandmas, everything. We just want our children safe.
And control
Am I right?
what you are
You're right.
to do with your life.
There's nothing
They're trying to dictate
that
shouting an argument is going to do but cause divide.
I say no.
So I suggest we all get together as mums and dads and grandparents and aunties, uncles and everything, and that's all I've got to say. And I can't be through with all that business.
I did not.
Right. I'm fed up of hearing their voices, so is everyone alright with a little bit there so hear us better? Is that okay?
These people around me that make me feel safe, unsafe. It is the people over there that make me feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I say to you, you cannot fix your fear with control. It leads down a rabbit hole of constant control, which fixes nothing.
Yeah, you take that.
Educate yourselves. Find out the reality of what you think you are frightened of, because the women who devoted not on the men,
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, not good!
Sorry.
Testing, we're not good!
They're gone. James, is that the same model as yours? Yeah. Yours does exactly the same? No. Oh. I love your dog.
Wait, everything better! Alright, if you want to see the thing on the microphone, please.
That's what my mum said.
Yo, they're chanting, where's James Harvey? Everybody move up and get away from them fucking police cars.
Yeah.
We'll play a game with you.
Sorry, James.
Does this breach your conditions, mate?
I'm not allowed to leave the house. Not after the last one. After the last protest, I can't leave the house.
Everyone up here, come on! Attention, we're going to have a tour of Frederick. Right! Sorry about that. Right, sorry about that, everyone. Looks like we'll need to invest in some new equipment so that doesn't happen again. So I want to thank you to Nick and Eloise so far for giving speeches, and we're not done yet. So the interesting thing is, as everyone heard a minute ago, they were chanting punch fascists.
Fight the fascists.
Over the past month or two, most of us have been accused of inciting riots. That most of us have nothing to do with, don't want the riots, yeah? And so while that's going on, they have lied, claiming that we're here to target the mosques and we're here to start riots. That's not true. We are here about men in women's spaces, that's it. That's all we're here for, and as Nick was mentioning earlier, they are the most vulnerable people.
I don't know.
They are the most vulnerable people in society, and they need protecting. So it's time that we keep men out of female spaces. We want to save our children, the sons and the daughters of England.
We're sending them everywhere.
Because it's not about you. This isn't only about men in women's changing rooms. This is also about the pushing of this ideology which is self-harm on children. You can do what you want as an adult. Don't care, you're an adult. But do not push it. But do not push it onto our kids.
Okay, everybody. They haven't left. They've just moved slightly further. And we're going to maintain.
1, we are the people. 2, we won't be silenced. 3.
Yeah. Should we put it, James?
Put it behind the speaker, I think.
1,
Poster. We need to do something with the poster because some people don't know what it's about.
3.
Where?
Right, we're going to have to go on the megaphone because they are trying to silence us. This is union money they've got behind them that has enabled them to do this. Because even with all our sponsors and funding, we are unable to do this. It's union money, it comes out of your pocket. If you pay for a union representative, it comes out of your pocket. But we're going to get up the banner in a second as well. We just want everyone to know, this is not about immigration. This is not about race. This is not excluding the attack of the mosques and the riots. This is about men and women's faces and saving our children. I don't know about you, but I am fed up with it. My 12-year-old brother coming home from school and talking about the abundance of genders. I don't care what you want to do in your own time as an adult, but keep it away from our kids, our brothers, our sons, our daughters. Yes? Oh, this seems alright, huh? The other thing as well is that their ideology lacks so much fact and science that they have to resort to shutting down people's free speech. Tarnishing you with the label of being far right. I am not far right. You are not far right. We are concerned about the future of this country and the future of our children. Let's get a little chant going, shall we? Save our kids! 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 Now, a lot of people might be curious why we're doing this in Norwich and not at the University of East Anglia. Because it's the University of East Anglia that is allowing men to use the female changing rooms. But this is an issue that affects all of you. And my concern is that not enough people in the city of Norwich are aware of men entering female changing rooms. You know, since 2018 and 2022, there have been 40 rapes on the University of East Anglia campus. 40 rapes. And they talk about rape culture. They talk about rape culture, which is then perpetuated with this entire trans ideology that allows and enables men to enter the female changing rooms. And now this is a concern of women entering the male changing rooms as well, don't get me wrong, but not at such a large scale. And women, they are more vulnerable and they need protecting from this disgusting subversion of our laws and culture. 10 to 20 years ago, you would have been arrested if you were a man and you entered a female changing room. Nowadays, you are applauded like you are a hero. No, you're not a hero. The men who fought and died for this country are heroes.
Closer, they're outside where we were.
Now, if you want to talk about two-tier policing, while they were chanting, let's beat fascists up, the police were stood on that railing over there filming us. That's really the issue. Not only that, they have been allowed, they're now walking towards us. Luckily, Hugh Stanner that we intend on rioting, potentially causing harm to myself and the rest of you great people, has been visited by the police. But they let them advance, and we're the ones that the police see as a threat. And they see us as a threat because we are the ones who are going to end this disgusting warfare. Now I want to bring someone else on to speak. So, does anyone else want to speak? You want to speak? Okay. Like, what do I do now?
Right, guys, this is not about what's going on down there. Forget it. This is seriously about our children, our mums, our grandmas, our future. You don't want to send your child off to school being threatened or feeling insecure. I'm looking at you because I'm very bloody nervous and I don't know who else to look at. I'm really sorry. You're right now. But we're grandparents. There's loads of us out here that are grandparents. Grandparents, aunties, uncles, all the people that we care about. And we're not saying, show me what community looks like. I can't be getting involved with that. Show me what unity looks like. I cannot be getting involved with that. Show me what community looks like. I agree that ladies show me what unity looks like. Gosh, ain't she mouthy. One, we are people. Ain't she mouthy. We won't be silent. Three, 57, one. Three. Okay, whenever she's ready. So, what I'm saying to you all is we should, gosh, show me what community looks like. And what for gapping, okay? Show me what unity looks like. You said, look after your children, write to the universities and schools. The pen is mightier than the sword. Yeah? The pen is mightier than the sword. So you write in and you complain and you say, these are our children, especially our girls, who need to be protected. What has that, lady, got to do with bloody toilets? We are the people. One, two, three. One, two, three. One.
Put it really close to you.
I've never done this.
You'll do it. Come on. Come on, Lester. Come on. Pull some faces at her. Give her a boost.
Right, I am really
Close up.
shaking now.
Close up.
Really shaking. Like you can see it in me, can't you? Right. Alright, come on. We can do this. I'm a mum. I'm a grandma. Come on. We've got 7 children. We don't want to row, and what they're rowing about is absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. We should decide on our ladies in the world to have their own space. Yeah? So girls, not like that. Okay? So we would like our ladies to have their own space where they can go in and do what we used to do when I was your age, lots of years ago. To be able to do our makeup, dress our problems, and have our little time. Yes? Yes? Do you agree? Thank you. I'm trying to get someone else. I'm right shaking.
you go to the well, that's not being Smith. Here, there. Really? Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for this. Hello, I'm quite intrigued to know how many of you actually came knowing the protest is going on and how many of you are passers-by. So when we give our message, nobody hears it. So first of all, any of you who came from seeing this on social media, please raise your hands. And those of you who walked in past and have seen this protest, please raise your hands. So everyone give that a round of applause. That's bloody brilliant, well done. Really nice to see we're a minority, but when people walk past and they see Antifa or stands racism, they're not interested. When they hear about the protection of female-only spaces, they care. We are the true majority. Right. So, listen, I know I'm messing with the building, but if any of you are interested in giving a speech, we are a free speech club after all. Come on up, let's go.
Alright. Well, you put it in the top.
Don't know how well you can hear this.
Justin.
Oh, and they're going to try and take over the microphone again. Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know about Antifa being slowly advancing on us because they seem to be really intent on wanting to clamp down on this free speech because apparently their message is more important than ours. So, but quite frankly, if you told me 5 years ago or even more that I would be standing in a street with a microphone talking about something as fundamental as keeping female spaces secluded from the male ones, I don't think I would have ever believed that. You know? Oh, women. Trans women. Oh, women. Trans women. Trans women. What about trans women? Trans women. Trans women can have a unisex place. And if they were so worried about it, then they would contact the university and request their own private changing room where it doesn't matter. If you want that choice, then have a changing room that's mixed. If you don't want that choice should not be imposed upon you. That just makes people feel uncomfortable. Domestic terrorism, we don't want your hate here. We're not hating on anyone. Your hate here. Domestic terrorism, we don't want your hate here. Sure, you're going to take it. Domestic.
It's really surprising that you seem to be confusing this subject with racism and hate, and the people who call themselves anti-fascists have a very fascist mode of behaviour. It's very hypocritical, in fact. Okay, sorry. But I do find that this whole thing is very divisive, it's very childish, and I've seen that this is quite like a pantomime, almost. Because there are bigger issues at hand at the moment, but we're arguing over something that's been orchestrated. Unfortunately, the people who are standing only a few meters away from us on the street are the people who put out a message on social media saying that this small group, this group
Information being spread about a cause which has absolutely nothing to do with it. So, this has been a really good day anyway. And actually it's quite inspiring that even passers-by are interested in what this commotion is about, why there's this sort of ping-pong ball between different parties saying different messages. But obviously you've stuck around, you wanted to listen to what we're saying. So thank you, Jason, for turning up. You can see our signs. Woo! There's a lot of young people here. X, Y, 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 female, female. What's the difference? Maybe it's a little game there. What's the difference? We had one other.
They're down there.
It's been a lot of hecklers. Yeah, I'm good.
Hi everyone in the chat.
Right, thank you, Nico, for that speech. So, I've got some good news. There was a cordon where people weren't meant to cross, and don't know how that happened, but it did. Oopsie daisy. So the lefties are going to be moved back now, so we'll be able to on this. I know a lot of people want to go to the pub, and I have started to come after this. But what's more important for the time being is preaching the words while there's so many great people here. What we are trying to achieve. And if you want to get involved, right?
Benny, you went in trouble,
I knew as you saw the hands go up earlier, a lot of people are just walking past on their day out, and they've come to see this band with us. It's brilliant. So, we are Students Against Tyranny. We're a group that's led by students based all across the country, and this is one of the issues that we're fighting. If you do want to get involved, we're on Twitter, James Harvey 2503. We're on Telegram, Students Against Tyranny. We've got a website, Students Against Tyranny.
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram. Reach out to us, get involved. We need the youngsters on board more than ever. And I can promise you something, that is what we are going to achieve. Have we got any more speeches actually? Right, I'm a party boy. I'm not party.
Hold it closer to you. Hold it closer.
But I've got to say something. My little boy there, I took him out of school because they were teaching in the schools about being gender neutral or whatever it is. He was 9 years old, and I do not agree. So basically, obviously this is about people not wanting gender neutral toilets, is that right?
Yeah.
20 years ago, if a man walked into a woman's toilet, he would be locked up for being a pervert. So what's the difference today? And they're teaching children, 8, 9 and 10 years old, that it's okay if a boy wants to be a girl or a girl wants to be a boy. I have pulled my children out of school over that, and it cost me money for own children. And I don't blame anybody else who does. God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Alright? And that's all I'm saying. Right, thank you. Quickly, I'm going to try the speaker one more time while they are being moved back. Give me a second.
Testing. Oh!
Maybe not.
Oh yes, we are back! You cannot silence the so-called fascists. Right. Exactly. With common sense people. You ask anyone in the pub on a Friday night, or anyone in school, or anywhere, well not in school anymore, the younger generation are gone. But you ask anyone anywhere, and 99% of the time they will agree with us on this issue. But unfortunately, this minority are a vocal one. And they're not... Oh, there we go, they're back. They are propped up by the mainstream media.
Refugees are welcome here. People, united.
But before we pack up and go, we're going to pass on to a few more people. And this is open mic session. So if anyone is interested in saying a few words, please come. Yeah, you want to say a few words? This is Sydney Jones. She runs a YouTube channel called Bruno Jones.
Never used a megaphone before. I'm used to speaking on a speaker, so give me a couple seconds. So yeah, I run a YouTube channel. I'm a journalist, Journo Jones 05. I just want to give a message to the youth. There's so many young people here listening to us, whether you saw us on Twitter or anywhere, or whether you just walk by and are here supporting or listening. I want to give a message to you guys. It is so draining being the only person in a friend group who thinks the way we do, and being not persecuted, but isolated from it. Isolated from everyone because you think different to them. Maybe you think more real than them and you're more in the real world. I want to have kids in the next 5 years and I'm terrified of them. But I can't let all of this negativity stop me from doing what I've always dreamed of doing in life. And I think that speaking with a lot of my friends really shows that they are hesitant to do the things that they've always dreamed of doing. So I want to tell you all, do not stop, do not put your life on hold because all of this, because you think that the world won't be safe. We have so long to fight for most of us, for the young people. I'm 18. We have quite a long time for us to fight for our future and for our children's future, and this is why we do this, for the future. So thank you very much. Please do not lose hope.
On that note, because that's very important, what a lovely sight to see the British youth out on this campaign as well. Doesn't matter whether it's 5, 10, 50, this is what it's all about. It's about fighting for the British youth who are looking for leaders to stand up and do the right thing. I remind citizens, I remind the British public of our duty to stand up against evil and to inspire our youth, whether it's far-left extremism, communism, Islamo-fascism, open borders, or men dressing up as women going into female-safe spaces. We face so much evil, and it is everyone's duty to stand up and have their voices heard sensibly and peacefully. I promise you, to echo what Cindy just said, I promise you, there's still hope there. God bless you all. Thank you. Really quickly, we've got another speaker. Anyone else wants to go up to him, you're more than welcome. So yeah, just give it a think, right? It's worth it. The truth is always worth it. I just want to say first of all, hello, I just want to say first of all, we have absolutely nothing to do with whatever they are protesting about over there. I have a 5-year-old girl, I'm sure many of you do, and she came home a few weeks ago and told me a few weeks ago, she came home from school and she told me that boys are looking at her over the toilets at school. Is that acceptable? No! At any age? No! Right, we need to stop it now. That's why we're here. That's what we want.
Nice one, mate. Yes.
Students Against Tyranny is an organisation that started a few years ago, and it was fundamentally because in universities and just as young people we can see a lot of things that are not right in the world, and at first it's really difficult to pinpoint these separate subjects, but unfortunately, the deeper you dive, the more you find out. So I'm joined by some very powerful influencers, speakers, people that have stood up to things that they can see are not right and that we do not believe are right. And the important thing to hold on to is that no matter how isolated you are, no matter how much you feel the pressure of the outside world, like these masses, the small, the petty, trying to crunch down on your spirit, you have got to just stand your ground, no matter what. And this is just one subject out of many. Keeping female spaces female is not the most important thing in the world. But the reason why we are here in Norwich, of all places, is because that is exactly what the UGA have been allowing. And instead of looking into this as a safeguarding issue, they have simply allowed it to continue. However, we are also quite concerned about the push for digital currency and ID, which, surprise, the riots that are being orchestrated at the moment are a push into that direction. So if you want to retain any sense of freedom and digital privacy, you probably do want to do yourself a favour and not get involved in meaningless violence. You want to take over?
Right guys, it's been amazing day, absolutely amazing. We've done our bit, we've absolutely proved our point about safety and toilets, children, we're clear out. I want everyone here who's attended this bit to get home safely. And we're obviously dealing with monopoly. Let's be nice in this word, monopoly. Get everyone out here.
We're going to continue. You've made our point, but there's still people coming past. If you want to go, that's fine. But we're going to stay here for a while, and we're going to continue preaching exactly what we're preaching. Stand there. If anyone wants to give a speech, you now will forever hold your peace. Yeah, come on, mate. You know you want to.
Where's the mic? Where's the mic? No, as in...
Good afternoon. There's more than one voice in Norwich.
Oh no, the other lady.
There's more than one opinion in Norwich. You go to any communist country, there's one opinion, there's one doctrine. There's the party lies. And if you don't accept it, you're thrown out of your job. You're put into a re-education camp. The secret police come at 2 o'clock in the morning. They take you away from your family. They torture you to break you. This is what happens. This is what happens to Christians who are Russia, Romania, Bulgaria. And these people talk about hate. These people talk about discrimination. These people who want to recreate the Russian Revolution. These people who follow the lies and deception of Marxist ideology. Tell you, get a copy of the Communist Manifesto. And one of the first things you read, Karl Marx wanted to abolish the family. He wanted community of women. That is basic Marxism. It's in the Communist Manifesto. They believe in free sex. They believe in child sex. They don't care about human rights. And they have the bare-faced hypocrisy to stand up there telling us that we're Nazis and we're fascists while they support the most Nazi totalitarian ideology in the world. And when they can't break you with secret police and torture, they destroy the farmers. They cause food shortages. And what are they doing now? With their stupid net zero. I'm the father of 3 daughters. Yes. My 3 daughters are Anglo-Indian. I lived in Southall when I had my daughters. Again, the smears, the lies, you're fascists, you're Nazis, you're racists. No, we're not. We want human rights for our daughters. I worked as a psychiatric nurse in the NHS for 20 years. The trouble with socialists is they're so self-righteous. Only they care for the sick and the elderly. Only they care for refugees. Oh, I care for refugees. I care for the sick and the elderly. But I also know if you want to destabilise a country and cause conditions for revolution and revolutionary tyranny, you encourage mass migration and disorder. And that's their motive. They do look after refugees, and I'm sure many of them do, and they look after the others. Fair enough. But we care. We do love people, but we also love our own people. We love our elderly people. And the point about our women folk is they are the most vulnerable in society. Our young girls, our young boys, they are being indoctrinated. Gender ideology is a theory. There's nothing you can't prove it either way. And they want to drive every other viewpoint out of the classroom because they're totalitarian fascists. So we're standing up for the rights of women and our children. And they are going to hear us loud and clear.
There are many, many more of us than you. There are many, many more of us than you. There are many, many more. Many, many more. Many, many more.
So a lot of you, this will be your first time dealing with legislation. This is what I do.
Many more of us than you. Many more. Many, many more. Many, many more. Come on again.
So, anyhow. So a lot of you, this will be your first time dealing with Sam's racism in the far left. And I know it can be daunting, I know it can be scary. There are around 10 to 15 students in that university who agree with us who only come out because they fear groups like Sam's racism and Antifa. But I'm here to tell you, as someone who has been a big target of Antifa since we started, that they are nothing to be feared. Because we have the truth on our side. We have morals on our side. We have ethics. And those morals are based on protecting the most vulnerable of society. And a big part of that is not allowing men to use female change rooms. But it's not just about change rooms. It's about prisons. In many places, men who are convicted of sex crimes are being put in female prisons. It is not fair. How dare we put our daughters, our sisters, our mothers through this? So if you're watching at home, if you're watching from the sidelines, do not be scared. Do not be intimidated. Join us. Now, does anyone else want to give a speech? Anyone at all?
James, it might be worth, apparently we're getting quite a lot of support over there, so it might be worth it. That will be louder on our side than it will on their side, so I'll probably everyone here.
Yeah, we're going to move down the road a little bit. If anyone wants to join us, they're more than welcome. If not, again, find us on Twitter, JTAR2503. Or we have a website, we have an Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, Students Against Tyranny. Give us a follow, and please get involved with the movement. Now, there's a few people around here. Sydney there, there's Sarah, there's a few others. If you want to get involved, if you want to come on to the WhatsApp group chat, please just speak to either them or myself, and we'll get you involved. We'll let you know the next demonstration, and yeah, let's move down a little bit.
I'm going to put my foot down. People starting?
I also want to say as well, I was listening, we've got a local legend with us today. Lynn Pinchett. You know who she is? There was a pool tournament, and she was being forced to play against a man.
A women's only pool.
Walked out of the competition. So please, everyone, give a round of applause for Lynn Pinchett, who's a local hero. Thank you. Now we've got a lot of sports down there, so we're going to go down there and say a few things. See you in the next month. Cheers, thank you.
There's tons of people down there. Look.
Yeah, there is.
And tons of young lads.
down there.
We're fucking doing that.
There's tons of us. There's tons of us, Mum. James? Can you pick this? I need to see this. Any of them, probably the bell or something.
There's loads of left.
I know. Right, hello chat. Hiya. I'm good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Good. You've been hot.
It's all messy, isn't it? It's all messy.
Sorry, mate.
It's all messy, isn't it? Do you know her? No?
I'm Journo Jones 05. I'm a journalist, basically.
Oh, right.
But I'm on this side.
Oh, right, that's good, that's good,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. I mean, no one, I got a bit confused. When they said the far right are coming down, etc., I thought this was about women's, girls and women's space and rights.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, but every Muslim one like that.
Yeah.
I was sitting a lecture in China, Korea. I've been to Kuwait, lecturing now.
Yeah.
Philippines, I've been there for 6 years. The problem is, a lot of these people who are yelling now, they haven't read the Quran, and the Quran is made up of 4 hadiths,
Yeah.
and the Surah with Sharia.
Yeah.
They want to read it before they start chanting, Nazi scums, things like that. And Nazi scums is a hate speech.
Yeah.
It's a hate speech.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's your go then?
get everyone going. Have you got your microphone? Ready, bud?
This is James Harvey with Streets Against Tyranny, and welcome to Norwich Football. Get on interviewing that.
I can't leave my camera. I'm not leaving my camera. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
No, you can do it. You can do it with that camera.
Okay.
You up for that?
Yeah. What, rebel?
Yeah. Come on.
Right, we're going interviewing people. You won't be able to hear it. Sorry. Sorry, man. Elle, if you want to interview people, we'll use this for my camera. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That records into itself, and then my camera's just a extra. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Nick will be up for an interview. So. Here's the thing, look, conversationally, apart from a parent. Do you want to step out for a sec? Yeah. And analyse it? Yeah. Could start with young people as well. Just go up and ask if they're okay to be interviewed. Right, come away from the sound, mate. Definitely come away from the sound. Okay. You okay over here? Just hold it closer.
And you reckon they're having a punch up? These are the same people that got you done up for many in it, and Anthony, but now we're a Nazi fascist. Anyway, many of that was racist, not
Thank you, lads. That was good. Right, I might end my stream because my phone isn't charging. Again. Right, everyone, I'm going to end my stream because my phone's not charging for whatever reason. So thank you guys for watching. Obviously all of this footage will be uploaded to Rumble. It will be kept on anyway. Thank you all for watching and joining. Thank you anyone who decided to come here with me, or any new subscribers, anyone who shared, liked, etc. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Keep your hope and have a wonderful week. Goodbye everyone.